Yo, what up, world? I've been gone for a minute because we was on a bye week. So we're looking to keep our momentum going. Where we went 3 up, 3 down, so we lost the first 3, and then we lost the first 3, and we won the last 3 before our bye week. So we're looking to keep that momentum going against the Arizona Cardinals, coached by D. Lloyd. So we definitely gotta be careful with this passing attack with the spread. Offensive numbers don't look so good, but he's on his own defense. So we gotta be careful of that. But still, the offense can get a little out there for us. So we'll go ahead and look at do our training because the game's about to go. They say scramble. I'm not concerned about the scramble. Let's start. Touchdowns. I mean, we will have to score a lot, but I'm saying with a turnover battle. 200 offense. Let's go 250. Defense, no more 14 points probably. 200 yards on the ground. That's a tough feat. Set the quarterback 5 times. He's gonna be getting out of the pocket. Let's get an interception. Cool. And we started training, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Streets in downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All right.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
What up, JSVO? This is our Kansas City user. Having a solid season. Division is definitely tough.
First play, here's Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Vikings at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
It's caught, Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins now. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Ezra Cleveland, Myra.
This drive has probably been exactly what they wanted so far to start this football game.
You talk about a combination of effective play calling and even better execution, plus a pretty good explosive run right there. No doubt about it.
But it'll leave a sour taste in their mouth if they don't polish this one off. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed I went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well
nice long drive. Another 3.
The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. First carry for James Conner. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That's one play in concern.
His defense very strong in that
He
victory
got a
from
nice
a week
little
ago.
look.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Just no big plays. Just no big plays.
Here's Murray from midfield. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
First down, Murray. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Murray.
Oh, come get it.
He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go play action. Cousins. He's got a man complete. The 20.
Good call, kid.
Vikings. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he can run in the open field. He silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
We got Debo the Gamer. What up, my man? A couple more. Debo is... Damn, who is your team, bro?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
That's a really nice tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Hey, a good way to take away play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Man, this is a tough one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
Oh, come on. Jump. Motherfucker, jump.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
Jump, motherfucker,
That's
jump.
a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Murray.
Oh, come on. Booth, you played it right. Just make a play, baby. Booth, you played it right, baby. Make a play. Oh, Booth, you made a play, baby. Come on. What you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do? What you want to do?
They'll run here. It's Murray. And some space here. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On play action, it's Murray.
Oh!
So they're going to be batted away and incomplete.
A good D.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Oh, that's a good
Caught
drop.
by Isabella. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's kind of where I wanted to be.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And he's got his man,
That's the
Marquise
switch.
Brown. And down to the 20
That's the
we
one
go
play I'm
before
concerned
heading out of
about.
bounds.
He's going to always have
A
somebody.
couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Murray. Got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3, and he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We all know down the home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Murray a give. This is Connor.
Oh, get it. Come get the ball. Yes, sir. Hey, red zone D.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
And that ball like took a
And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr.
Is it roughing,
And he'll be
is it roughing
taken
passer?
down, but not before they work it across midfield. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Shit.
Cook following the penalty. And And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Watch out for the blitz. Watch out for the blitz. Now you gotta watch out for the blitz.
Cousins to throw it. This ball complete to Rager.
Hey man, don't take no play off. Cook, get a block.
35 before going out.
Cook, come get a block.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they're going to get this to about the
I had a feeling I was going to play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Cousins delivers the pass to Rager on the out route. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for good yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Oh, no, y'all did not. This dude came out of nowhere.
To the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
All right, lock in.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, Murray's throw.
Now, why that's not a fumble?
4 yards the gain, and he'll bring up a 3rd down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches. That speaks loudly in volumes.
On 3rd down, Murray.
Let's come back.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Bobby Massey, right tackle, called for the penalty there. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Take it at the 37. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in the top four.
We absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well. Now they've got that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Cousins. And touchdown incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Is it blitz?
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
All right, you ain't gotta force it, but you still want to put points up when you can.
But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
It's probably cover 4. No, to the right.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down.
I got away with
because
one.
already we're seeing him run fast over through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
But he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They shakes him off. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
Yeah, you didn't block nobody,
That'll be
Smith.
a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Joseph's got it, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one.
Cookie, I didn't know it was his birthday. I'm sorry. I didn't know his birthday. I apologize for that. Not knowing that it's his birthday. Shout out to my fellow Libra, but I didn't.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gautin getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here for more. It's a
damn.
And it'll come out to the 25.
Yeah, turning 32, man. That is a milestone, bro. Oh, man, I'm sorry. It's definitely a milestone. I'm sorry. Brother gotta do what he gotta do.
Ready to go with their next drive and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession
I've seen
deficit.
somebody for a shot.
Gardner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away.
Yeah,
but that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Za'Darius Smith from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
I should have knew that play was coming. Why didn't I?
They've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 1 yard is the gain, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
That's the last thing I need, bro.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins.
Just hold on to it. Yeah, I knew he was going to fumble.
Knocked out.
I got
He's
lucky.
able to recover his own fumble.
Turf toe. Oh, my
We hear
God.
them
This is too
discuss
awful.
red zone
Hurt.
efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another
Too
shot.
hurt.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because those are the payoff ones.
Is it
But you
man?
can't
Is it
call
man?
a play if your team doesn't have the
No.
ball. Got to secure it.
Oh, that's a pick.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be taken
That's my
down,
fault.
but he does have first down yardage.
Beast.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Good call, man.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
So that's in high corner. Yeah, no, he did his job. He hit me, so I probably should. I beat him so bad. He should have just
It's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Murray going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's the booth.
If there's another stop, one of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
You gotta be careful of this. Gotta be careful of this.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Murray.
That's a good throw.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And it's the RMS.
Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 75. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Prater for the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Give to Cook out of the gun.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
I do like that.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and
2. It's high.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Getting the ball is Cook running left. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Yeah. This is a tough call here.
Now Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now.
Yeah.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Yeah.
Picked by Nick Vigil. And the Cards will take over here just shy of the 30. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second down at 4. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First play's a run with Nwangu. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
I did the same shit again.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
So it's not good.
2nd and 8.
Look at this road where it's fucking
Another run now for Nwangu. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Woo, good pick.
It's time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Good
It's
pick.
by Nick Vigil.
Good
And
fucking
he'll bring
pick.
this one back to
That's
the
good.
29. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense
man,
wants
can
to
you
score
fix this
some
man
points in
alignment
this one,
shit?
they're going
Shit
to
ain't
earn
working.
it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On the counter, it's Connor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Base works right. Man up means I want you to man up with the person, right? Then why can I get that? I'm just saying.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You almost sense, CD, that something like that could have happened. A lopsided game. They were trying to push it, get any kind of points to get back in it, and they got a little sloppy. And the other defender more than happy to capitalize and take it back for the pick 6.
I think we would both just say textbook. Taking advantage of the situation there, and he adds a cherry on top with a race to the end zone.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the time.
Yeah, I got to do it. He's still young.
That didn't turn into another. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
A gain of 9 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Murray.
Hey, Sullivan. Good play, boy.
Incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Murray now on 1st down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Oh, you big fella.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Away in this Minnesota victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for Arizona, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.
What a win, man. All the way through. Shout out to D. Lloyd, man. Happy birthday, my fellow Libra. It was a start to finish, man, for us. I want to say it was a one of those wins that, you know, like from jump start, you got it. But we got some help early in the game. Made a drive, kicked a field goal, got a red zone turnover, made a nice little deep ball. Made another good drive, got another red zone turnover. So we was able to go 17-0 and had a 3-and-out after that. So my first 3 drives, you know, 17 points, his first 3 drives, 0. And just was able to kind of like control the tempo from there. Looking at the stats, just solid for us, man. 90 yards on the ground, 360 in the air. He made us pass, so that's what we had to do. Decent on turnovers. We had that down the middle a couple of times. He made a good adjustment on the second one. Great on third down, but we didn't do so well on the defense side. Red zone, 1 for 4. 2 turnovers that we had. 2 for 6 for us, so that's not great either. But I think I gotta look at the tape on where that was. Kirk, 18 for 25, 17 completions, rating percentage, 322 with 2 picks. Man, it's a great number for your quarterback to do. Kyler, 2032, 263, 62 completion rating. Cook only 14 carries for 66. James Conner, Kenny. I got a couple carries trying to balance it out. Going in late in the season. D-Hop, 114. Jalen Rager, 6 catches for 213. Shut down everybody else. Not that big of a numbers, but those 2 guys, you know, did a thing. And I want to give it 1 sack. That's from the rookie. Defensively, Zadarius got a sack, second half, as well as Hunter, DJ Harrison, you know, Kendrick got a pick, Andrew Booth got a pick. Solid from the kicking field goals, man. But yeah, you know, 3, got a red zone turnover here, another red zone turnover. So shut them down in the first half. Let up a little bit, and then this score was really just to bench guys. But I'll take that. It was good to get that W underneath your belt after a bye. So we're looking to keep that momentum going. That's 4 in a row, man. Try to make it 5. Man, appreciate y'all staying tuned, watching the game, man. Like, comment, subscribe. The CEO. I'm out.